Without knowing they have awakened an unknown force, can anyone survive? The Final Terror, 1983. This film had 3 writers on it, including the writer from Alien work on the script, and they still couldn't even get it distributed in an age of slasher films. And it was like filmed all in the wilderness in California. And it's pretty good film for the first 40 minutes. It's gets you way more engaged story-wise than a lot of other slashers. I still think The Prey might be better. Oh man, there's so many. Don't Go in the Woods Alone, The Prey, Just Before Dawn, The Forest. You could go on and on. The Final Terror of slasher films filmed in the woods, and it's pretty great. One thing I really hate that takes away from this is in the second half, like, so they're out in the wilderness, right? And it must have been like a crescent moon and they had no lighting equipment. That's the big problem with this, and it just gets lost into that dark abyss. And it's hard to comprehend in the second half because, as it turns out, well, I'll get into that later. Overall, I pretty much give it a C-, though. It's a pretty solid entry. Might even go higher than that. The good things you could say about this is it's got a young, hot Daryl Hannah in it. Like a 20-year-old Daryl Hannah. Some decent deaths. They jam a motorcycle scene in there, of course, like every other slasher in the early 80s and late 70s. What else can you say about this? I'm trying to think. I guess they end up showing this wolf head in this like cottage out in the middle of the wilderness, and there's some decent dialogue. Like I'm saying, with 3 writers, there better be some decent dialogue and some decent kills. And they refer to and I finally read it on Wikipedia, like their interpretation, and I didn't even catch on to this because it's so dark in the second half. But at one point, all these campers dress up like in camo and like in the mud and everything, like it's the end, like it's like the finale to like Ernest Goes to Camp, and they have the war against the contractor. Well, they have the war against the this mountain man, this hermit that's out there killing people in the wild that's dressed up in like animal fur. It ends up being one of the characters' moms or something. That's what it says on Wikipedia. And then she steps in the trap. Oh, I remember watching this, and it's like so, and you're like, what the hell? And she's like in the trap and like hanging upside down. And I guess it's a woman. I didn't even know that the first time I saw it. What the heck? Who else is a woman out there? Andy Dick's a woman. I could name a few YouTubers that are probably women, but let's not go there. The Final Terror. Overall, so like I said, overall C-. Not much to say. I pretty much went over all my thoughts for it. Check it out. It's not that hard to find.